The Iron Throne is gone, and the game is over. This article contains spoilers for the series finale of Game of Thrones. Editors note the opinions in this article are the authors, as published by our content partner, and do not represent the views of MSN or Microsoft. The Iron Throne, the literal seat of the Westeros monarchy, is finally gone, melted down in the Game of Thrones series finale on Sunday by Dragonfire. No longer will it. Perhaps it was a good judge of character. Or at least a good video. Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 6 Preview. The Independent. We never saw King Robert sitting on the Iron Throne. Ned did so only. Cersei seemed right at home on the cruel chair. And Dany wanted it. Littlefinger and Varys once marveled at its backstory together. 1000 Play Gallery. Incredible stills from Game of Thrones Season 8 Picture Services. There aren't 1,000 blades, Littlefinger responded. There aren't even for Littlefinger. The oft-repeated lie about the throne's origins represented the illegitimacy of the realm itself. Do you know what the realm? Dany imagined that the throne would be a mountain of swords, more aligned with the vision George Wright Reverend Martin describes, with Maegor the Cruel, who earned his sobriquet with a bloody reign of terror. It was said that the throne killed him one night. Not everyone accepted this story. Some suspected Queen Rhaenyra, who tried to claim her father's seat in the Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons, was definitely bloodied by the throne even though she wore armor. The chair cut her legs and her left hand during a ceremony in which subjects had come to swear their loyalty to her. The drops of blood. Wise men looked at one another. According to the Targaryen history, fire and blood, though none dared speak the truth, allowed the Iron Throne had spurned her, and her days upon it would be few. It didn't help that Rhaenyra bled every time she sat on the throne thereafter. Eventually, the throne rendered its next judgment on King Aerys II, Dany's father. He was cut. Toward the end of his reign, Aerys became extremely fearful of blades and stopped allowing anyone to cut his beard, his hair, or even his fingernails. But there was no way. Given this grim history, it's no wonder that Tyrion worries in the books about Dany taking the throne. If Daenerys is he needn't worry now. Dany did more gallery. If you loved Game of Thrones, you will probably enjoy these 27 shows too. Insider. MSN UK are empowering happiness for Mental Health Awareness Month. Find out more.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.